Hi, it's Greg from MindBodyPlan, and I want to take a minute to play a song called The Minute Waltz for you, to remind you to always take a minute for yourself from time to time. It's important for your mental and physical health. So that's the Minute Waltz, and it runs a little bit over a minute because the story goes that Chopin actually was inspired by watching his neighbor's little dogs playing around, and he called the piece Le Petit Chien, the little dog. And he sent it over to his editor, who promptly renamed it the Minute Waltz, the Little Waltz. And of course, the translation got a little changed, and we've come to know it as the Minute Waltz. But originally the Minute Waltz, a little short, about 90-second piece. Take about 90 seconds for yourself. Take some deep breaths. Do something to get yourself in a relaxed state of mind. And there's a lot of great exercises for doing that. I'm going to do one real quick with you that you can also use with your child, especially if your child has any kind of issues with maybe ADD or autism. This is excellent for all humans. It's especially beneficial. It's been shown in studies. I do a lot of work with the autistic community, and it's been shown that this particular approach to using music, and particularly tempo, is really, really profoundly effective in helping integrate emotions, integrate the physical and the mental. So it's been shown in studies to be really effective, and we've known it for many, many years that it is an effective way of getting yourself in a relaxed state of mind, a clinically relaxed state, in a very easy way that's organic to being human. And the way to do that, I'm using a metronome here. You can actually get a metronome app for your smartphone, and they have them free of charge. You don't need one of the paid versions. But I wanted to use the metronome, the actual physical metronome, to kind of make the point. You set it at 60 beats per minute, okay? Let's kind of set it here where you can kind of see the arc as it takes the arc. So this is 60 beats per minute. Now 60 beats per minute, we've known for a long time. Back in my day at Juilliard, we knew that this beat did something to people. It got them in a zone. And there was a lot of studies that we did and experiments that we did, and so music at Juilliard was our drug of choice. And so we used music to get ourselves into very relaxed states of mind, very open states of mind, and then we went to look at the science that was making that all possible. And it's remarkable science. And like I said, really recently, there's some new studies that came out using this 60 beats per minute with children with autism with great results. I mean, you're always looking for improvements in communication and social interaction, in the tempering of meltdowns and temper tantrums. So this covers that. Music covers the whole range. It's not a panacea. It's not going to be the 100%, this is what makes all the difference, but used as part of the other things that you do with your child or for yourself, in terms of if you were just looking in terms of your own physical health and well-being, which you should be, then this is a great technique across the board. So you get your metronome, set it at 60 beats per minute. Now, I like to use the piano, but you can use whatever. You can just use your hands and drum along with the beats, and you can do a variety of different things. So at first, I like to do 2 clicks per drum. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and really get synchronized with that. You really want to feel that for a little while. I'm sure you can hear the wind blowing. It's a very windy Southern California morning. So once you've gotten 2 clicks per 1 drum, we're going to move it to 1 drum beat per click. Get synchronized. And you're just going to do that for a while. Very, very simple stuff. You can feel it in your fingertips. Do this on a counter, at your desk. I'm off beat as I'm speaking. And get yourself back on beat. You really want to feel that. After a while, it becomes, you almost feel like you are the beat. And that's what I want you to get to, and have your child get to that. They feel like they're the beat. That it's them that's making that click happen, not the other way around. Get to a point where you actually can feel that sensation that you are the beat, okay? So after a while, you can now add 2 beats per click. So now you can alternate hands or one hand. So it's very soothing. Our bodies resonate at this frequency. And so when you do something physical, which of course requires mental, it really creates an immediate sensation of relaxation. I feel it all through my body right now, even though I'm just using my arms and fingertips. And it's important also to take the sensations. You don't have to always be loud. I don't want you to hurt your hands. You can alternate. Sometimes I like to alternate between 2 or 1 and then 2. I might alternate in how hard. And then try 3. When you've got that real good, alternate back to the 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back and forth as you get more and more comfortable. And you can do this for a period of 90 seconds. I love 90 seconds. I went from being a big old heavy guy at 70 pounds heavier to this using 90 seconds of exercise. So I love 90 seconds. There's something about 90 too, that it's enough time to get a variety of your human systems, your organs. Let's turn this off as I'm speaking. Your organs. There's, in terms of when you have, I'm talking about physical activity, about 90 seconds into that physical activity, your body is actually reacting to that physical activity. So, in the case of what we're doing here, your body then understands, oh, this is what we're doing, and that connection really becomes very strong. A lot of the body's functions, metabolic functions, digestive functions, neurological functions, kick into high gear after 90 seconds of an activity. This is what was interesting after the 90-second thing I did for losing weight. I was wondering, how did this possibly ever happen? Well, what happens is 90 seconds is enough time to trigger a lot of different metabolic systems to go into high gear, and for your metabolism to accelerate, and for your body's systems to integrate and start feeling activity and the benefits of activity. And then that effect lasts for 4 or 5 hours. So in the case of what we're doing right here, it's may not be for the cause of getting physically fit. This is more for a mental calming, a way to calm down very easily, very organically. Okay, it's very difficult to focus on the beat, and if you're at work, you're having a stressful time. Very difficult to focus on the beat, drum along, and stay in that angst state of mind. You'll find that you will instantly find that calm, especially, and here's like the tip of the day, and I'm going to leave it at this. Do this exercise especially at times that you're very calm already, okay, at first, because what that will do is also trigger your body to know that this is something that is a part of calm, okay? And then when you're in anxious situations, when you do this, it'll be much easier for your body to then find that calm state that it's used to being in when you begin the exercise. So you'll have the effect from two different methods. One is Pavlovian method, which is your body expects a certain response from or effect from a response from an action, and then you have the effect of the actual beat. So that's one way to kind of supercharge the effect, is practice doing this when you're already feeling calm. Do that for a while, and that's that number. For something to really become a habit. Everybody's heard a variety of different things. Do things for 28 days. From a neuroplasticity way of looking at things perspective, you doing something for 100 times, a repetition of 100 times, creates those new neural pathways that are responsible for that new behavior. So if you could think of doing this exercise over the course of the next few weeks, 100 times, which isn't much, a couple times a day will do that for you. At times when you're relatively calm already, that will help you create that Pavlovian effect as well. So then again, when you start using this situationally when you're anxious, and I've snuck away from situations. If I'm at a meeting and boy, I'm going through the roof with anxiety, at the right break, I'll go to the restroom, I'll do my little exercise and come back refreshed. So this is something that, when you're talking about taking a minute or two to do an activity that will have a very positive effect, that's not hard to squeeze in at all. You can sneak off for a number of different excuses for a period of a minute or two, and people barely know that you've gone. So I recommend that you use this technique as much as you can, because it's a departure from the tried and true, which is also a very good technique, the breathing techniques. A lot of people use those techniques. I certainly do as well. This is just a new tool to add to your relaxation tool chest. All right, I'll talk to you soon.